First and foremost, shout out to Jiang Shi, because when it comes down to it, they've been just showing me some cookery right here, right? First of all, they out here showing me fan art one day of just Jay himself, which looks very nice, very cute, and it's just always a good time to see some fan art. When it comes through it, you didn't have to necessarily do that, but the fact that you took time out your day to do it very much is something I appreciate and do not take for granted, so thank you on that. But then they said, nah, I didn't have enough yet, and they went ahead and just drew Blue nicely, retroly, and I'm just like, oh, this is quite peak, sir. Can't show you the full thing, cause titties, but this is quite peak, sir. I'm not gonna sit here and cap. Blue has all the good cookery of good arts done on her, honestly. It's just been a fantastic time when it comes down to some Blue art. But when it comes down to it though, I just basically wanted to, say thank you for your work when it comes down to it. Because again, it's something you didn't have to do, but you did, and I absolutely appreciate that. And again, if you're someone that likes to do fan art or would want to do fan art of my girls or me or whatever, then please go ahead and do so. You can hit me up on Twitter and tell me and show me your work, or email me. That's perfectly fine too. And then I definitely will give you a shout out on the video if that's what you would like to do. But anyway, today, but outside of the glorious fan art that I have received, we do need to talk about something a little bit more serious on the Hoyoverse side of things. And really not just Genshin, but this is just real all gacha games if I'm being honest. And I've said this a long time ago, but dear gosh, can I be real? I hate the hell out of spoilers when it comes down to updates that has not happened yet. Like, am I crazy? Am I the only one that feels this way? Because high key, I have seen a fair amount of Krai spoilers, not story spoilers, but just what the place looked like, certain bits of information and things of sort like that. It's just annoying. It's just annoying as all hell that's basically a thing. That it basically, there is no avoiding it. If you are heavily into Genshin, you're gonna see something of it, and that's just how it is. And ultimately, most of the time I do spend a lot of time on Twitter just kind of strolling around, seeing what the hell is going on. But ultimately, I will get slapped with a spoiler of what is potentially going to get planned out for the future. And essentially, I just before I started recording this video, saw something that's, if true, pretty crazy, but also at the very same time, damn, I would have liked to seen this when they had announced it already. Like, the fact that spoilers and leaks and things like that just exist out there already off rip, and just barely anybody doing anything against it. At least tag it if you're gonna, go ahead and say something about a spoiler or something like that. But no one really does, and every time it basically is the case that some spoilers is out there and I end up seeing it, it makes me mad. Because I like to get excited with other people, right? That's how I felt with like Kingdom Hearts 3 when they did the whole Monster Inc. spoiler, because, someone like hacked into their servers or whatever at that one point in time and released a whole bunch of files, and Monster Inc. was a part of it. I wasn't excited for Monster Inc. to come out because I knew it was already there, right? And essentially my ass was just looking at that shit when someone showed me. I was just like, this looks a little too real, look a little too damn good to be a fake, like, a fake little thing that somebody made. This looks too official. And essentially we was proven right. And then oh boy, my excitement for Monster Inc. didn't go anywhere because I already knew. Marluxia coming back, that was cool, but everything else, I didn't care for. Like, I understand maybe people want to get ahead of the game and maybe want to see certain things and stuff like that, right? Like, don't get me wrong, I like to get ahead of the game too, right? Especially when it comes to characters in terms of what type of material do they need and can I go get it already. Like, sure, I don't mind something like that. But when it comes down to like showing off the maps, showing off burst animations and any animation whatsoever, they're ass. I hate those. I hate those a lot. Anytime, especially a burst animation, anytime I see any of that, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna immediately hate what I'm seeing, and 9 times out of 10, I'm probably gonna feel some type of way about the character entirely, right? Like, whatever hype I have for such a character, it's probably gonna dip off and go away. And it's not like, oh yeah, if you mute some words, you're not necessarily gonna see anything. Bitch, do you not know how internet knows how to internet? Like, even if you were to mute all the words under the damn sun, guess what? There is still going to be people that do not use any particular words in terms of Genshin or whatever, essentially at all, and then they will still show you on your feed that yes, this is also some spoiler related type of things that you probably don't want to see, but we're gonna put it to your face anyway. And that's not even with just things like Twitter. YouTube is just as bad when it comes down to it. I've already seen the whole looking model of the damn, you know, statue of the seven, or at least what we'll call that for now until we actually get the actual name for it. But we already seen like statue of the seven sort of like imagery of what the whole ass, you know, statue is supposed to look like, that's supposed to go to, you know, in Krai. And essentially there's like even a whole nother statue of a particular character that I would have loved to seen in game without necessarily seeing online when it comes down to it, because I'm not gonna sit here and lie, that was a beautiful statue, and if I was in Krai, I'm not gonna lie, somebody's getting that statue getting cum on her face for sure, because you know it is what it is. It looks too damn good. But still, that's besides the point. There's other things because that just exist out there that people have already said, like different gameplay mechanics and things like that too, that might get changed, or things that is going to happen. I'm not saying particularly what these things are, just in case you haven't seen those or haven't heard anything about them, because I want you to just, you know, experience it when the devs get the chance to actually talk about it in like, I don't know, like what, in 2 weeks, 3 weeks time, when it comes down to the live stream, whatever. But point is, I would rather you experience it when it is time to experience it than just jump into it because asshole people don't necessarily know how to stop being assholes for 5 seconds. But this obviously isn't just an issue with like Krai and Genshin as a whole. This is just an issue with gacha games just in general. Wuwa deals with leaks, ZZZ deals with leaks as well. Like, it doesn't necessarily matter what gacha game it is, what company, there will always be leaks. Just generally, there will always be leaks. And it's very much annoying. I know they can't necessarily stop everybody from leaking information. I'm not even, you know, expecting any of these companies to do so. But it'll be nice if people were to literally just like either chill on that, bro, or like, you know, I don't know, social media maybe be like, alright, I see you blocking and muting a lot of posts with certain types of spoilers or whatever, so we'll use some random AI magic algorithm tomfoolery to basically, you know, kind of not get you to see those sort of things. Because sometimes I just like to look up Genshin just to see what topics I can make for a video and just do my obvious video researching things of the sort and things like that. But ultimately, I can't do that shit if quite literally there is people that are just spamming those damn spoilers out there, and I end up seeing or hearing something that I probably shouldn't have heard just yet. It's very annoying. It's very tiring to kind of see this all the damn time. And unfortunately, this is one of those situations where, again, you just can't get around that, but just hope and pray you don't see anything, right? And again, for some people, this might not be a big deal for them, and if that's not a big deal for you, that's perfectly fine. But for people like me that like to get hyped up for stuff and like to see things when it is officially time and not any moment before, you know, it just definitely can hinder the experience for not just myself, but people like myself as well that just want to see things when the time actually is here, right? Because let's be honest too, I'm ready for Krai to come through. I'm counting off the days basically for the damn country to come through, so I can just basically, you know, just chill out there and just have fun exploring the damn map and everything like that, right? But realistically, at least at this current moment in time, we're nowhere near Krai. We're nowhere near exploring that map. We still got some weeks to go before that happens, right? I'm ready just to jump into the damn map and see what we got. But ultimately, we're not there yet, and I don't want to necessarily get too excited until that time comes through where it's like maybe a week away, or the live stream happens, or something like that, right? Because ultimately, I just want to see what the hell this damn place is going to be, how it's going to go, and all that sort of stuff. But I don't want to get spoiled on it, or someone completely ruin the experience for other people because they just can't help themselves and to post different bits of nonsense when it comes down to it. Like, I just don't want to necessarily see that. Like, if there's gonna be things for new characters, let me see that in the live stream. If there's gonna be like new reactions or whatever, let me see it in the live stream. If there's gonna be a twerking oiled up contest with Colabina and Sandro to see who has the best twerkiest ass of the Fatui Harbingers, then I want to see that in the live stream. At the end of the day, I just don't want to be spoiled when it comes down to it, right? It's very hard to dip and dodge spoilers at times and do your damn best. You can only do so much, but damn, I would just like not to see anything else about Krai. Not, at least not right now, until the time very much get close to here and the time for it to come through, right? I don't want to necessarily see anything about that right now, and that's just how it is, you know? So ultimately, again, this might be just like a pointless video to kind of make, I guess, in a way, with a pointless endeavor to kind of push. But it's just like, damn, I don't want to see shit so early. I want to see it when the day comes, when the time comes, and we basically say goodbye to Natlan and say hello to Krai, and just be happy as hell to be there, right? I don't want to see anything before that moment really comes through, or at least when it's introduced, when it comes down to the devs and how they're going to speak about it in the live stream and stuff like that, right? So that's just me though. That's literally how I feel. I just want to reiterate this point again, because again, stuff like this is very much annoying as hell to see, and it very much takes the wind out of my sails personally when it comes down to getting excitement for certain stuff. Am I still excited for Krai? Of course. Even with a lot of these things that I've seen that has been introduced and, you know, been leaked to me and whatever, is it something that's fascinating? Absolutely, and still very much excited for it. But I don't want to see any more nonsense when it comes down to it, or what cool surprise it awaits that region and the update of the game and stuff like that. I would want to see that when the time actually gets to come through. That is just how it is for me, and I'm pretty sure that's how it is for a lot of other people. But I'll just leave it right there. So that's gonna be everything I'll basically say for this one. So hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification on your way out. Also follow me on socials, and if you'd like to donate to the channel, Kofi and Cash App is available as well. And until then, it's been Jay, signing off. Have a blessed day.